The antelope loses, the lion wins. And it's like, that's the nature of our universe, or of our world. Who's to say that humans are exempt from that?
Well, we certainly aren't.
Some of us are going to be winners and drive fancy cars and live in nice houses and have great lives and great vacations and raise their kids well. And other ones are going to live on the street. And I'm not saying that's what I believe. I'm just saying that's
the reality.
Well, I mean, look at what's happening. And I think about this all the time. Like, should every swimmer get a trophy?
No.
Just the winners.
Yeah.
So the winners get to win and the losers suffer the loss.
Well, it's supposed to inspire people who are also trying to become winners to feel the pain of loss, which makes you more disciplined, it makes you work harder because you want to try to figure out a way to win. And that's supposed to be like a net benefit, and to also enforce the value of hard work and discipline. If you see that person who wins all the time and they're at the pool before anybody and they're eating healthy and they're stretching and doing all the right things, and you're like, I want to be like that person.
Yeah. Listen to anybody who's done, like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Jerry West, all these guys, they lost and lost and lost and lost, and then they learned how to win.
Yes.
And then they became, they're only perceived as winners now.
Yes.
But there was a time where they were like, Kobe sat on the bench for first few seasons.
That's how you become that person. Yeah, you don't become that person through like extraordinary gifts from the moment you're a child and nothing but great positive things happening.
Yeah.
It comes from discipline and hard work, and that's what's not being enforced by the social media, TikTok sort of generation of kids looking for this immediate gratification and also looking to be rewarded for just existing.
Right.
You know?
No, look at like all these people I just mentioned, Michael and Kobe, for example. They're angry. They were driven. Michael Jordan's the best example of anything. If you ever watch his Hall of Fame acceptance speech,
yes,
it's magnificent. A magnificent example of how angry a champion is.
Yes.
That was I love that speech because Michael was always this, like, I'm from Chicago. Michael was this, they called him the Black Jesus. He was just like better than anybody.
Right.
There was no question who the greatest basketball player of all time was. It's Michael Jordan. Watch the highlights and you'll see. I love Kobe more than anybody, but Michael was the best there ever was. Probably ever will be.
Psychotically driven.
Fuck. That everybody was horrified in the whole theater when he's getting his Hall of Fame.
Because he was angry at
everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what
all the people that doubted him.
All the people that doubted him, all the people that disrespected him. He just he listed them all like he had them on a sheet, but he had them in his brain.
And it's amazing because you're like, why are you even thinking about those people? You're Michael Jordan. You're the fucking man.
He's the greatest name an athlete who is more influential than Michael Jordan.
None.
In their sport.
None. I mean, look at Jordans. They're still the number one sneaker in the world.
They should be. He's magnificent.
And that comes from that.
Yeah. Fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm angry. You know, my dad treated me like, my sister's one of my favorite people. She's 5 years older, but she's about 8 years older in terms of maturity, because I matured very slowly and she matured very quick. She got I think she went through grade school a year early. She got through high school in 3 years. She went through college in 3 years, and she was trying to get into dental school at like 20 years old or 21 years old and didn't get accepted for a while. Worked in a motel for a while because she couldn't do anything and just had to get a job. So my dad was hard on us. My dad was hard on us and said things to her and me. I was not a straight A student. My sister doesn't know any other letter than A, on a report card. But I remember him saying to us, if you're so smart, how come you can't get into dental school? That's harsh.
That's harsh.
When you got nothing but A's.
Yeah.
And the only reason you couldn't get in is because she was too young. No dental school wanted to take her because she was a teenager, basically.
Yeah.
She had to age a couple of years and then she got in. Now she's a dentist. But my dad used to tell me that kind of stuff all the time. And it put a fire on. I mean, it would either break you and you start smoking dope and you spiral downward, or you silently get angry. And my sister and I joke about it all the time now. The reason we both became successful was just to prove our dad wrong. And I talked to him about it, and he says, yeah, I was just trying to put a fire under your ass. And I'm like, well, it worked. It worked.